Madam Deputy Speaker, and it's a pleasure to follow the honourable gentleman for Swansea West. For me, Madam Deputy Speaker, the context for this debate is quite simply the deeply worrying issue of climate change.
Yeah.
We face what is no less than a stark choice if we are to avoid extreme and potentially unstoppable change to the climate. And the choice is this: do we continue to develop and exploit fossil fuels, or do we leave them in the ground? It will be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to stop dangerous climate change if we do not leave fossil fuels, including gas, in the ground. Yet, we can and we must take a more responsible and sustainable approach. That, Madam Deputy Speaker, is why we need to stop the exploitation of shale gas. Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm conscious of time, so I also want to turn to the issue of local planning, which other members have spoken about today. There have been test wells in eastern Berkshire and other parts of the south east, as one of the honourable gentlemen opposite mentioned earlier. In Reading, Woodley and the Thames Valley, many residents have deep concerns about our local environment, and indeed in our area there is a long history of concerns about the effects of noise pollution and from major infrastructure projects such as the expansion of Heathrow and large-scale gravel extraction. The very last thing that residents in our part of England need is a major new environmental threat. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm again conscious of time, and I do want to just add my support to a range of other points made by other speakers today. In particular, I would like to support and endorse the concerns which have been made about the relative weakness of the planning system, and also, indeed, the government's policy on energy, in particular on renewable energy, and its deeply mistaken approach of cutting the feed-in tariff and, indeed, not investing in wind power, solar energy and other renewables like the Swansea Bay project for tidal power. I'm afraid I'm running out of time. And I should say, Madam Deputy Speaker, that these mistaken energy policies are in stark contrast to the policy of many other governments, including the last Labour government. So, to conclude, Madam Deputy Speaker, we have just 12 years left to dramatically reduce carbon emissions. Local communities around the country have very serious and substantial concerns about fracking. Given the climate crisis and the need for radical change in energy provision, given the undisputable concerns, shale gas exploitation has to stop, and it has to stop now.
Hear, hear. Well,
Deirdre Brock.
Hear.